Hey y'all, we are back with some more marriage education.
Yes.
And the last time we left you guys, we said that we were coming back to talk about what happens to the sex after marriage.
Oh wow. What happens to the sex after marriage? So listen, we're going to get into it today, and we're going to talk about it. We're not pulling no punches. We're not holding anything back because it is such an important topic.
Yes, it is.
This next part, y'all stay with us because this next part is something that I really like. I want to speak up for the fellas. Fellas, can I speak up for y'all? Can I be y'all voice right now for the
Here
fellas?
we go,
All right,
fellas.
fellas, I got your back. I got your back right here because I want to tell them what he wished his wife knew about him. What the husband wished the wife knew about him, because we said earlier that it's our misunderstanding of each other and how we are wired, how we operate, that often causes us to have mediocre or non-existent sex lives.
Right.
So what the husband wishes that the wives knew. I'm gonna hold y'all down, fellas. All right. First thing, number one. All right. The man, the husband, he needs his wife to know that he is visually stimulated.
Visually stimulated.
Visually stimulated, okay? That means that he is attracted to what he sees with his eyes. And so what does that mean? That means, woman, the way that he found you, you got to keep that up, you know?
Keep it up.
Keep on getting your hair done. Keep on, wearing makeup. Keep on making sure that you're attractive for your spouse.
Right.
You got to watch your figure to a certain degree.
Right.
It's not all about that, but if he met you, at a size 6, a size 60 might be a problem.
Right.
Right? So you gotta understand that a man is visually stimulated.
Right.
When you say that, you take care of your physical appearance. Now, on the flip side of that, when it comes to in the bedroom, I want my wife to dress respectable out in the street. I don't need her to have her cleavage out and wearing stuff inappropriate out in the street. I don't need that.
Right.
But when it comes to the bedroom, okay, the marriage bed is undefiled. You can't wear your granny pajamas to bed every single night. Come on, somebody. Come on, you got to break out something sexy, something visually appealing to him, because he wants to see you. You got to go to Victoria's Secret sometimes.
Sometimes.
Right? You got to go. You don't have to wear nothing at all. Hello. But he is visually stimulated, and you have to understand that. Ain't nothing wrong with putting on some makeup before you come to bed.
Right.
Smelling good when you come to bed. All of that stuff, it matters to a man. Okay. The next thing that he wished that you knew about him is that he loves it when you initiate. My goodness.
I think that's a really big one.
That is a big one. And I'm speaking for the fellas, man. I'm speaking for the husbands. Now, we love it when y'all initiate. We don't want to be always, hey babe, tonight you think we can, if you got a little time, please. It's been this such and such long. Man, it's time out for the begging. It's time out for the begging, man. It's time out for the begging. You got, as nothing makes a man feel like, oh my goodness, he feels like the man. You swell his head up. He feels so like Superman when he comes home from work.
Right.
He ain't expecting nothing. You got dinner already prepared, and you just go to pulling that man into the room.
Right.
Come on. You like, hold up, what's going on? What you about to do? Hold up, But you gotta initiate.
Yeah.
Don't let it always be the pursuit of the man that initiates. When you initiate, you make him feel like a king,
right.
you know? And I know I'm telling the truth. Somebody send your offering. Send your offering right now. Hallelujah.
And I think for that, women, we have to be intentional.
Yes.
Because a lot of us are not always ready. Not always. I mean, we have kids, we have laundry, we have house duties, we have a lot. So to initiate has to be an intentional action. It has to be thought of before. Okay, it's something that you have to have meditated on before he gets home.
Right.
You know, you have to make it intentional.
You got to make it intentional. That's good. But he loves it when you initiate. The next thing that he wishes that you knew about him is that the man, the husband, loves to know that he satisfies his wife.
Wow.
All right? So it's cool, you know. I gotta just keep it real. I gotta just keep it real, because you know you can say, all right, just go ahead. I'm gonna just let you get it, you know, but I ain't gonna do nothing, you know, or I'm not gonna be into it, and that might be cool for one night. That might be cool for 2 nights. All right, but every now and then a man has got to feel like it does something to his ego.
Right.
It does something to his self-esteem to know that he satisfies you.
Right.
You know, to know that he can, you know, that he did his job.
Right.
I did my job.
Right.
Yeah, I did my job.
Yeah.
You know? But in order for that to occur, you have to be into it. You have to be open. You have to let him satisfy you.
Right.
You can't just be a lump on a log, and you know that's not what a man wants.
Right.
No lion in the jungle wants to hunt dead prey.
Wow.
That's for vultures.
Wow.
That's vulture business.
Come on through. Save your offering now.
That's vulture business. Part of the lion's mentality wants to hunt the prey. And he wants to capture it, and he wants to know that he did that.
Wow. That's not even in the notes.
That's not even in the notes. But he wants to feel it's important for him to know that he satisfies you, and letting him into your world of what satisfies you and what you like. Open it up. That comes back to that communication. The next thing, all right, this is the last one for you fellas. I told you, I got you. All right. He wants his wife to know that his need is not just all in his mind. It's not just all in his mind, but he is physiologically wired to desire you. God placed it in him to desire a woman. God placed it in him to desire his wife.
Right.
And it's not just in his mind. You mean, oh my God, you want it again? We just did it like 3 days ago, a week ago. I mean, you something wrong with you. You must be a pervert or something. What are you watching during the day? What are you doing?
What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking? You want again? You know, I think someone...
That is of the devil.
Women binding spirits.
You let the devil put them thoughts in your mind?
No. Understand, it's not... God wired, you know, physiologically, from a scientific level, men have testosterone and different hormones that are released in their body that causes them to have a sex drive. And it's not always the man who is more sexual. Let me say that. That's
right.
We don't want to stereotype.
No, because it's not.
But typically men, because their makeup is designed to desire it. And you know, there's sometimes, you know, if we get real busy and it's been, you know, a couple days, you know, sometimes that desire is so strong that I can't hardly see nothing else except that, you know, how was your day at work? Sex. What you want for dinner? Sex. You know, what happened today? Sex. You know, like I'm like, can't see nothing else until that happened, until we get intimate. You know, and I'm telling you, your man will go through.
Right.
He'll go through
That's
some
true.
changes.
That's true.
And you know, but it's not all in his mind. And please understand that, wife, woman, it's not all in his mind. There's something physical like hunger. There's something physical like hunger that is in him that causes him to have that drive. You know what it feel like to be hungry. Right. And you just, you know, you can't hardly work, you can't hardly act right until you get something to eat.
You get the shakes.
You get the shakes, you get hangry. Well, he's going through the same thing with a different side, but he's hungry for it and he's not being fed. So It's not all in his mind. There ain't nothing wrong with your husband.
Right. There's nothing wrong with him, ladies. You don't have to break out the oil. You don't have to anoint his pillow when he's not home. And anoint him while he's sleeping, casting out them demons.
Lord Jesus. Ain't nothing wrong with your man. He's just being a man. All right, so that's I told you fellas, I got you now.
Well, ladies, I got you, okay? The things that we wish our husbands knew about us.
Okay.
Okay? I got you. We got this, ladies, okay? This is what we wish that you knew about us.
Come on.
That we need affection and touching before the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. And you're not talking about, slapping her on the butt.
No,
not talking
we're talking about non-sexual.
Yes.
Okay, holding hands.
We do this, and we do this.
We do this a lot.
I ain't no shame in my game. I hold her hand in church, in the car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, rub her shoulder.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You trying to take my shine, ladies. So, non-sexual affection. Mm-hmm. Because when you come at us slapping us or, on the butt or whatever the case may be, to us, it's still sexual.
Right.
And we don't want to feel like objects.
Right.
We don't want to feel like, oh, that's all he got on his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We want to feel like we're being loved, we're being caressed, So, non-sexual touches and advances and affection is something that we desire.
Yes.
Okay. Another thing that we desire, or that I wish that these men knew about women, is that we are ovens and they are microwaves.
Oh, say that again.
Okay, we are ovens and they are microwaves. Okay, you can't just take your frozen lasagna out of the refrigerator, put it in the oven on 350 and expect in 10 minutes to have a nice lasagna to eat.
Right.
Okay,
right.
It doesn't work that way. Okay, we have to preheat the oven on 350 or 450, whatever you prefer. Whatever the box says on the back, we have to preheat it. Okay, men are ready like that.
Right.
Okay, they're ready for sex like that.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Beep, ready.
And you got a nice lasagna dinner. But not for us.
Right.
We have to be warmed up to. Okay. Talk to us a little bit.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit. Caress us a little bit.
Right.
Just get us to that point. Because we have so much on our minds in the daytime. Yeah. We have so much on our minds all the time.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that in a minute because I'm going to tell y'all something. But that comes in with foreplay. Foreplay, touching, kissing, men, for men you have to learn to value that part of it. To warm her up, like we said, like the oven versus the microwave. You can't just be ready to roar, you can't just be ready to just go at it,
Just pounce.
you gotta realize that she needs to be warmed up to be ready. Ready for it to be, good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And another thing that we like romance.
Romance.
We like to walk into a room that smells nice and maybe the atmosphere, the ambiance is just right. I mean, we don't have to have this all the time.
Yes.
Okay? We don't have to have this all the time. But it's nice
sometimes
to know that you thought about us, okay, in that way, to be romantic and not just think about jumping in the bed.
Right.
Just jumping in the bed and let's get it on. You thought about my emotional part.
Right.
Okay? Because the romance is connected to the emotions.
Yes.
And women are typically emotional creatures. Okay? And that romance is connected to my heart.
Wow.
It's connected to my emotion.
Yes.
Okay? And it's going to allow me to be relaxed.
Yes.
Little music or something. It's going to allow me to be relaxed.
Right.
And it's going to allow me to give myself to you even the more.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, Lord. And you got to relax her physically and relax her mind. Because now I'm going to tell y'all the story. All right? Because my wife, her mind is
I'm a thinker.
always firing off. All right? And so, you know, her mind wanders from time to time, you know. And so, you know, one day, you know, I'm just trying to get her ready, trying to get her prepared, you know, and I'm doing my best work, you know, setting it up, and ain't nothing happening, no reaction, you know. So after a while, I'm like, what's wrong? Like, everything I'm trying, everything I'm doing, ain't nothing happening. She's like, oh, you know, babe, I'm thinking about something with the ministry. I said, what? You mean to tell me I'm doing all this and you think about the church? I mean, no reaction. Like, I was just spinning my wheels, wasting my time. You know, fellas, and the women don't like that, man. You think you're doing, you know, you think you're doing a good job, doing a good work, but she looking up at the ceiling fan and saying, well, my God, there's a lot of dust on that ceiling fan. I really need to clean this. And you're like, why ain't nothing going on? I guarantee you that ceiling fan will be clean from now on. We don't need no distraction, but you gotta relax her mind. You gotta relax her mind sometimes, and that romance and setting the mood sometimes helps to bring her in. Right. Doing something sweet or thoughtful, right, you know, prepares that, you know. Right.
And another thing that we have a need for, that we wish men knew, that we have a need to be affirmed and to be told every now and then that we're beautiful.
Yes.
Because women, we're, like I said before, we're emotional. And sometimes we go through ups and downs of feeling beautiful. Right. You know, because we may have gained a little weight, or we may have not, you know, our hair may not be the way that we want it, you know, just little things that can throw us off sometimes.
That's good.
You know, and when we feel beautiful, we feel sexy.
Come on.
You know, we're able to open up even more to our husbands, you know, in that area, when and especially when he affirms us.
Yeah.
He's like, babe, you're so beautiful today. Oh, you look so beautiful. And you do a great job of that.
Well, you know, and thank you, babe. I think that, you know, we went through a little financial crisis, you know, in the course of our marriage. And you weren't always able to get your hair done as much as you wanted, or your nails done, or buy that new outfit. Right. And do you know that thing actually, it changed the way you felt in our sex life. And I didn't realize, but I realized, you know, as things got better and you would buy that new dress or get your hair done, you know, I noticed a difference in you. Like, wait a minute, you know, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes, you know, a man to think, well, she should know she's beautiful. Look at her. Right. You know, but you affirming her. She might have just had a child. Affirm her with your words. She might have gained a little bit of weight. If you're going through a financial struggle and she can't, you know, get her hair done or get that new outfit that make her feel sexy and stuff like that, you have to be, you know, you have to affirm her. Now, if you got, you know, the money to do it, you know, women, go out and make yourself look nice. You'll be amazed how you feel more sexy when you know, make yourself look nice.
Exactly. You know, and that goes back as well to what he said earlier. Women taking care of yourself, you know, your appearance, because men are visually stimulated, you know, so that goes back to that as well. Yes. So that is what I wish my husband knew. And what I wish my wife knew about me.
Come on. So when you bring those levels of understanding together, and it'll